Augustus was 19 years old when he inherited the name of the most powerful man who ever lived and had absolutely no idea what to do with it. He wasn't ready. He wasn't experienced. By every measure people use today, he was already behind. And yet, 2,000 years later, we still say his name. This isn't a video about Augustus. It's about you and the invisible timeline you've been silently measuring yourself against your entire life. There's a Stoic idea buried in Roman history that quietly destroys the belief that you're falling behind. And once you actually understand it, that feeling may never come back the same way again. Here's the truth almost nobody says out loud. The idea of a normal age to achieve something didn't exist for most of human history. Romans didn't graduate at 22. They didn't have a set age to marry, to succeed, to matter. Life didn't move on a schedule. It moved on circumstance. The idea that you should have a certain job by 25, a certain relationship by 30, a certain amount of money by 40, that's not ancient wisdom. That's modern marketing. Think about the last time you felt behind. Really behind. Maybe it was scrolling past someone your age with a life that looked finished, polished, arrived, while yours still felt like a rough draft. Marcus Aurelius wasn't made emperor until he was almost 40. Seneca wrote his greatest work in his final years, after being exiled and losing nearly everything. Cato didn't become the moral backbone of Rome overnight. He built it slowly, mistake by mistake, year by year, completely unconcerned with anyone else's pace. Now stay with me, because this next part is the part most people never actually sit with, and it changes everything. The Stoics believed time wasn't something you race against. It was something you use well or waste, and those are two completely different problems. Someone who reaches a goal at 20 and someone who reaches the same goal at 40 haven't failed or succeeded differently. They've simply lived different lives. Comparing those two isn't wisdom. It's an illusion. One that convinces you your own life is a mistake simply because it doesn't match someone else's calendar. Epictetus taught that suffering comes from measuring yourself against something that was never actually yours to measure against. Your timeline was never supposed to look like theirs. It was never even supposed to look like the version of it you imagined 5 years ago. This doesn't mean stop striving. It doesn't mean stop wanting more for yourself. It means striving without the exhausting belief that you're already too late before you've even started. Because here's what almost nobody tells you. The people you're comparing yourself to are not actually further ahead. They're simply further along a completely different road. And the moment you stop measuring your road by someone else's markers, something shifts. The pressure quiets. The urgency softens. You stop asking, "Am I behind?" and start asking the only question that ever actually mattered. Am I moving with purpose? So here's what I want you to try. The next time you feel that familiar pull of falling behind, pause and remind yourself of one simple fact. Augustus didn't know what he was doing at 19 either. Neither did most of the people history remembers. They simply kept walking their own road at their own pace. That was the Stoic answer to feeling behind. Not urgency, not comparison. Just the quiet, deliberate decision to walk your own timeline without apology. Because that's what it means to raise like Rome, to build something lasting on your own timeline, no matter how long it takes to rise.